Hello, welcome to my wonderful table full of biscuits.
Hi there, everybody.
As a British person, how does this make you feel?
Intimidated.
Well, it makes me feel excited because today we are actually doing an ultimate taste test of over 30 types of biscuits. I feel like that's just such a British institution. Biscuits and tea. We have tea. Simon made the tea because I probably don't make regular tea. Anyway, with these, like a lot of them, I never tried them before. So part of this video is just to kind of, you know, work with my need to try more sweets. And part of it is to actually find out what's the best one. I mean, you know, it's still gonna be just two people's opinion. So if you want to get angry, please
Point the ire at her.
No, I mean, you can obviously get angry down in the comments below because that's going to help our algorithm, and that's probably the ultimate reason why we're doing this, to, you know, stir the pot. Did you know that an average British person buys 500 biscuits a year?
I think we've just met that quota for this one shoot, but that's a surprising number.
Skewed the data for that. The system that we've devised to rate these is that originally I thought I would do this alone. I mean, I didn't want to, but Simon generally doesn't want to be here with me. But I know a lot of people want him with me, so yeah, I made him. And I thought that it would be great to have input of two people, one of them an actual like born and bred British biscuit person, and one of it's like a gingerbread biscuit man person. And a biscuit person, and one just expat, just a immigrant that knows nothing about biscuits. We have multiple rounds. This, if this is in frame, you can see a whole bunch of biscuits, which is the basic round, and then we have 3 more rounds. So yeah, stay tuned for more biscuits.
And for a sugar crash, I suspect as well.
Well, we're probably not going to be shooting by then. That's going to be later. It's your dad's birthday, so we're just going to be crashing at his party. Yeah.
Happy birthday! Yeah.
Well, that's me at every party, to be honest. Okay, so I thought we would start with the rich tea biscuit, which is the Queen's favorite. Here you go. You're such a royalist. He's not.
I'm really not. You dunking?
Yeah. We're not going to be rating the dunkability because that would take forever. It's really nice for the dunk.
It's great for the dunk because there's almost no flavour on its own.
There's something kind of comforting about this biscuit in the simplicity. To me, it reminds me of the sort of biscuits I would get when I was ill, when I was a kid. These are nice. But, as you said, they're kind of basic. But I would still give them a solid 65.
Wow, that's generous.
I do like them.
45.
So, number 2, Hobnobs. In Germany, I believe, they call these hobbits. Nice texture.
That's satisfying.
I think this is probably like the most OT British biscuits go.
That's yummy. 70.
I'll match you on 70.
There you go.
Normally you would get a McVitie's digestive, but I really wanted to get the Hovis ones because they look like a tiny bread. These are the digestives that you sometimes get in the selection of biscuits for cheese, even though they're, I would say, slightly more sweet than savory.
I always eat these on their own when I get them in the cheese boxes.
Oh, I love that. It's just such a nice flavor coming from the wholemeal flour, I believe. There's some in it. So it's kind of like, you know, like if you have white bread and wholemeal bread and you get that certain extra savory quality from that flour. You get that in this.
70,
nice.
70, 70, 70.
75.
Good grief.
So, we don't have the chocolate covered ones just yet, those are in the chocolatey round. So we're moving, sorry, I was supposed to do this like outside of talking to you.
Yeah.
We have a little like leftover bowl right under us.
Biscuit spittoon.
So, we have the nice biscuit. Someone asked, why are these called nice biscuits? And the person who was answering said, it's probably irony because they're not nice at all, but apparently they're coconutty. I never had one.
Very dry.
It's not dry.
My tea is going to be more biscuit crumbs than tea at this rate.
I like that. It really reminds me of some of the cookies you get in those Danish cookie tins.
Yeah.
Right? And I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, good.
Okay, 70.
40.
Another one which seems like such a classic biscuit, but I've never had one before, is the malted milk. And it has a cow on it. Maybe 2 cows. Well, they don't look very healthy. Or is it? It's a cow that just farted out a dog.
Oh no. They've got exactly the same consistency as the nice biscuits, but without the fun coconut flavour, so I don't even like these nearly as much.
They're
I didn't
quite
like those
buttery.
ones either.
I think that the main flavour is just butter, and there's a tiny bit of salt in them.
Yeah, they suck.
No! He's just waiting for the chocolatey one.
I really am.
I like that a lot. 75.
35.
Every ginger cat's owner's favorite part of their cat. Ginger nuts! Sorry. I was really working on that joke and it probably didn't come out very well.
After the last 2 kind of bland ones, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, the spices are so satisfying. And kind of Christmassy.
Yep.
I started too high.
You did. You were too generous.
Well, see, this is why there's 2 of us. Otherwise, I would have to start shooting this again.
Doubting your decisions. What do you think it's worth?
Okay, I'm gonna say 70.
I'm gonna say 72. 70 also, not 72.
Oh, okay. Now this one, so I come from Central/Eastern Europe, and we do love our wafers there. And Britain isn't very good with wafers, and I think it might be because they have these, the pink wafers, which is like, that's not even a flavor. Pink is not a flavor, that's a color, and why? And I imagine that you guys have these, and they're not very good, and therefore you just like decided to give up on wafers altogether.
This doesn't look like a biscuit, this looks like a punishment for children.
Yeah, it's like a 10 for me. And I come from a wafer-loving country. This somehow is too sweet, and yet not flavorful enough
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
just really, really sugary and kind of crap.
What did I say before, 10 or 15?
You said 10, and
Okay.
I'm 5.
Okay, so these guys, I imagine a lot of you would count as your personal favorite. So these are the chocolate bourbons. Simon says that the chocolate bourbon biscuit without the cream is kind of Oreo-like.
So the outside of an Oreo is a bit more crispy and dry, but in terms of the flavour you get from that part of it, I think it's pretty similar. This is better, because, you know, Oreos. Yeah.
In the biscuit yin and yang, you know, if the chocolate bourbon is the yin, then the custard cream is the yang, surely. And again, I always thought kind of bland, but so many people keep telling me that it's their favorite that I have to give them another go. They smell really nice.
Yum. Did we rate the bourbon?
No! we just got so excited to enjoy them.
Take these off here and we'll have to rate them.
No, we can just let's do it now. We just forgot, that's fine. We can make that part of the video.
Well done.
Okay, so for me, bourbon cream, I will say 75.
And a 70 from me.
And their little brother, the custard cream?
75.
75?
Yeah.
Okay, from me, I'm gonna say 55.
Heathen.
I love their smell, and I did buy Simon a beard balm that smells like custard creams. So maybe I just smell these and I'm just like, it's like kissing my boyfriend. Now, the Jammy Dodger, which is super cute, and when you open the packaging, it just smells so nice and raspberry-y. And I'm always curious if it's gonna taste anything like one of my favorite types of Christmas cookies from kind of like Central Europe, which is the Linzer cookie, which is kind of buttery, sort of shortbready with...
When I was small, I used to just eat around the heart until you just have a little heart-shaped biscuit at the end.
Aww.
Chewy, yummy, finally got some jam in me, makes me happy.
I think because, in theory, these always give me such high expectation. I never quite enjoy them when I eat them. It's, you know what, I think it's because when you put jam between two biscuits and then you leave it there for like half a year before someone buys it, it just becomes this like sticky, gluey consistency. I just think that if the same biscuits were just spreaded with some jam fresh, it would be better. I mean...
Maybe 70.
30.
Yeah.
So now a bit of a variation on the same theme is the jam and cream from Fox's. And that smells similar, but it comes with a layer of whitey cream,
And
mystery flavored.
And extra sugar as well.
Yeah!
You see it's sprinkled over the jam like it's needed. It's crunchier. I think that the extra layer of cream in it is barely noticeable, to be honest.
I like the textures better, but I don't like the flavors better.
No.
So I'm gonna stick with the same 30 because I would probably be just as unhappy eating either of these.
I'm gonna give this a 55. It's fine, but I want a jammy Dodger instead. I feel like I'm missing out.
These are the Golden Crunch Creams, which I've never had. They're also from Fox's. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the flavor is, so that's a mystery. I'm kind of enjoying that. You know, it kind of tastes a lot like if someone made it in like a cafe or something. Because I think it's because there's such an interesting kind of chewy but hard texture to the cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And the cream is quite soft.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay, that's like 55 for me.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll give it a 55 as well. It's not quite a custard cream, which I would have preferred, but it's fine.
I like this better than a custard cream.
Even.
Or do I? Oh no, I actually looking at the
You have
scores.
empirical data saying otherwise.
So I never tried these little guys. They are the party rings, and I love how they look. It's such an iconic look. Like you could make jewelry out of it, but they kind of go with our background. I just love them. But I've heard that they're not like super nice. So I don't know. They're kind of like a kid's party biscuit, right? Have you ever had these? They sound hard.
I'm not enjoying this.
Neither do your fillings. You don't have any, you're fine.
So it's incredibly crispy and then immediately very sugary. That artificial sweetener kind of flavor as well. That's not fun.
Well, it's just kind of strange because we had so many biscuits that had that like very smooth, like creamy filling. And this is just that sort of just sugar, pretty much. It's kind of almost like a boiled sweet on top.
Yeah. No, that's rubbish.
40.
Good grief. 5.
Okay,
I
I
hate-
probably gave them like extra 15 for the style over substance.
All right, they look pretty. They don't taste fun at all.
Did
They're
I say
gross.
50 and you said 5?
No, you said 40, I think.
Okay.
Because you're, blinded by your insanity.
And the last ones in this round are the iced gems, which are just ridiculous. I mean, what is this?
Have you ever had these before?
No.
Well, I'm going to keep my mouth shut until you've experienced it then.
They're so light. I don't know.
There you go.
What an intriguing combination of two very crappy things.
Yeah, so it's like a really, really hard old meringue on top of a really crap biscuit.
I mean, what is the point of this?
Yeah, and the problem is it comes in a little, packet that you can put in your lunchbox, so you end up having 20 of these, and at the end of it, you have no teeth.
I almost feel like if these were left somewhere unwrapped for a bit and they were given the chance to absorb some humidity from something, they would probably be ever so slightly better.
I think you're being optimistic. I think these are just a horrible throwback to a time when people accepted this kind of thing.
Well, like post-war when there was no butter and...
Yeah. Let's assume that's the case.
Oh no, that's your ration biscuit. 5.
5.
On to the second round, which is probably going to be super exciting for you all, which is the Scottish round. And let me just add that I actually found out during the intense research doing for this video that McVitie's, I mean, hearing the name, it probably shouldn't be a surprise, but McVitie's is actually originally a Scottish brand. I did not know that. And now they're just this humongous, I mean, they're probably not a Scottish brand anymore, right? Honestly, they're probably owned by Nestle by this point. But originally...
Like everything else?
Yeah. So in this round, we don't actually have any McVitie's things, but we do have the things that are still Scottish. And we can start with a good old shortbread. So a shortbread is called that because some in baking terms, short means like crumbly and hard, and long means like chewy and kind of spready.
Very buttery.
I asked a lot of my friends yesterday at night on Facebook what their favorite biscuit is. And it seems like for most of my friends from Czech Republic, it's the Scottish shortbread. And I'm not sure if they were just trying to butter me up or if, sorry.
If I roll my eyes anymore, I'm gonna like disconnect my eyeballs.
It would be most unfortunate. I like, these are from Waitrose and they're a bit less salty than I like. I like when they're quite salty. These are like...
You didn't buy the health food version, did you?
No.
Oh, thank God for that.
Normally, I like shortbread a bit more than these specific ones.
Yeah, the kind of like brick ones that you can get.
Yeah, the fingers. Oh, damn it. Okay, but I kind of need to keep that in mind because I know that I like them even more than these.
Yeah.
So
These ones were naff, but I have like maybe this rose-tinted memory of what these should taste like.
So I'm still gonna go for an 80.
I'm not, because these ones aren't worth an 80. Shortbread in general might be worth something high. These ones are worth 60 at best.
Now these, I never had before. These are the abernethy biscuit. And they are from like a small Scottish company. I never even heard about them before one of your friends said that it's his favorite. Andy.
Yeah, he's wrong.
No! You know what? This is kind of like if you took the rich tea and the shortbread and made a combination. They're a bit salty too. I like that.
Yeah, no, they're nice enough actually. They've got a nice complex flavour, so I like that. I'm happy to say they're not bland at least.
No, this is these make me quite happy. There's such a strange kind of savory aftertaste in them. I wonder what that's from. But I like it. 70.
Yeah, I'll give it a 70.
If you've been around, you know that I am very, very fond of the Tanox tea cake. And yeah, it's basically a base of... Oh, I'm gonna give you some ASMR now. It's a base of shortbread topped with soft marshmallow and milk chocolate. That's the sugar high. We have one to share, so I'm just gonna bite first, and you can have the mess that's left behind.
Okay,
These
cool.
are not easy to eat.
Well, I get the sticky detritus. Nice. You're so good.
Okay, that's a 95 for me.
Okay, so here's the question. Would you count this as a biscuit at this point? It has biscuit in it, but there's a lot of other things going on.
Well, it's like a wagon wheel without the top.
That's an interesting point. But again, we could probably have that argument about the wagon wheel too.
Well, and about the Jaffa cake. I'm just
That's
saying.
a cake.
Okay, legally, it is a cake. But so many people say it's their favorite biscuit.
Well,
that...
look, ignoring the horrible bite marks, there's a teeny tiny layer of biscuit, and then all of this other thing going on, so...
Well, what do you want me to do? I'm still giving it 95.
Well, I'm still chewing it.
So, the technology messed up, and it cut us off our very interesting conversation about the Tanox caramel wafer biscuit. We have decided not to eat it again, because this might as well be the one biscuit that will really push us over the edge of just biscuit overdose.
It's so much sugar.
Yeah, so anyway, what I'm gonna say is that two things that I pointed out is that I've heard that these are very popular somewhere in the Caribbean, so if you are in any way familiar with if that's true, let us know in the comments below.
If it's famous and popular wherever you're from, please let us know, because we're really curious. Because
Yeah.
they sell a ridiculous number of them, but mostly not here.
6 million of these are made and sold every week. Ooh, that would be a really exciting Scottish export that nobody really knows about.
Yeah. But yeah, they're really chewy and really oddly soft, considering it's filled with wafer, and you'd kind of want a bit of like crispiness from wafers normally, so...
Yeah, so they feel like, to someone who hasn't had them before, they feel a bit stale, but they're not. If you like the chewiness of caramel, you will probably enjoy these. So, give them a go if you're in Scotland, because like you can buy one for like 40p, so... Yeah. You can go to Gannet and Guga, our favorite sandwich shop, and they sell them there. Anyway, I gave them 65.
And I gave them a 60.
That's still pretty good for how unhappy you sounded.
They're perfectly fine, but I think there's a lot of sugar in them, and I've had about 15 biscuits already, so I think it's probably a bit much for me.
So now we're gonna make it slightly healthy with the fruit round. Woo! Okay, we're gonna start with one that's quite kind of like it's kind of a love-hate thing, and it's the fig roll. In America, I think that you call them the fig Newtons.
Nice figgy flavour, but it does, because it's so soft, it almost feels like it's stale, and I know it's not because these are brand new and fresh, but so it must be intentional. But you know how biscuits go a bit naff if you leave them in the packet for too long?
Well, but you're the sort of person who doesn't like even the biscuits on a ice cream sandwich because they're too soft for you, which is ridiculous that he doesn't know how biscuits are supposed to be. Why did I even invite him to do this with me?
Yeah,
just because you're British doesn't mean you know anything. I'm sorry.
As all my school teachers can attest.
No. Okay, in continental Europe, we sometimes idealize British people.
Really shouldn't.
Okay, so for me, I do really like fig rolls. So for me, it's a 75.
50 for me.
Fruit shortcake. I never had this before. You said your gran always had it, right? So like.
So we used to call these squash fly biscuits.
It does look very squashed fly.
It does look like one of the principal ingredients is squashed bugs.
I do like the texture, kind of shortbready. Crunchy and chewy.
Not so nostalgic.
And I love the
Okay.
crystal sugar on top. That's really nice.
It doesn't deserve the rating I'm going to give it, but this is so connected to my childhood. I'm giving that an 85.
Okay. No, 70. And now, the garibaldis, which I've always seen in the supermarket. And sorry, I didn't realize that they were not cut. It's kind of like when you get pizza and they just kind of go like, eh. And then you're like, how am I supposed to get a slice out of this?
A really limp-wristed cut, yeah.
Exactly. So it's the same with garibaldis, and I think it's because they're actually so full of raisins that smell. It's very Christmassy.
Oh wow.
Very rich.
Is that like a caramelized sugar smell?
I think it's just a raisin smell, no? There's quite a lot of them.
There's a lot in there as well, yeah. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm happy. It really reminds me of something. Probably a lot of Christmassy things. Like it has a bit of like mince pie thing going on.
Yeah, I think it's because they've kind of. It looks like they've almost like grilled the top. It's browned so much. That's really interesting. It's a lot of.
You have to like raisins.
You have to really like.
this.
Yeah, there's a solid layer of raisins in this.
But then again, in Britain, especially around Christmas, you guys shove raisins into everything. It's like that's the only flavor Britain has going on during Christmas. It's just like mincemeat, which is raisins and currants and booze sometimes, because like it can be confusing to say mincemeat, and it's not like minced meat.
Oh, there's no logic to it whatsoever, no.
Okay, we need to rate it. Okay, so
I'll give it a 70.
I'll give it a 72. Okay, so I think this is the round that is finally gonna make us very sick. Because chocolate biscuits are the ones that just get really sickly, even if you drink tea with them.
I'm looking at this with serious trepidation right now.
The first one is the Maryland cookie, which is basically a chocolate chip cookie, which sounds kind of American to me, but they've been around for quite a long time, I think.
The recipe came from America in the mid-50s.
Oh.
So yeah, it's treated almost like a British institution now because it's been around for about 70 years, but yeah. Yeah, they figured their stuff out, haven't they?
It's a nice like dark chocolate chip as well. I mean, obviously they are sweet, but
it's very Moorish.
Yummy. Okay.
75.
70. And now we're coming back to digestives. You guys will call me a heathen because none of these is a McVitie digestive, and I imagine that's a problem. I'm sorry.
Just screwed the pooch there, haven't you?
One of them, the dark one, so the dark chocolate one is from Waitrose, and the milk chocolate one is from Fox's. And the Waitrose one looks really nice and kind of shiny, even though it's slowly but surely melting away, so we better eat it soon. Ooh, that's a nice dark chocolate.
That's really good. Because it's dark chocolate, you get that slight bitterness from it. Nice soft biscuit. Everything about that's lovely.
Oh man, 80.
85.
Like that just kind of like, I'm speaking from my heart here. But it seems to be a bit more chocolate on this.
I don't like that one as much. The chocolate flavour really doesn't shine through at all. It's just, it's almost like a texture rather than a flavour at this point. Like the biscuit flavour's still there and that's really nice. But the chocolate's just kind of absent.
Yeah, I wonder if like if this was a McVitie's one, we would feel differently.
I think we might. I think this is a knockoff.
But Fox's is like a proper British brand.
Let us know which ones you prefer, because honestly, I feel like someone could do this better.
65 for me.
60.
Now for the controversy, Jaffa cakes. I hate that you can only get orange flavored ones here. I know it makes sense that like Jaffa cake would be orange flavored, but like Polish people are very good with flavors of Jaffa cakes. They make like cherry ones. Yum.
Yeah, I saw cherry and raspberry and lime and interesting other ones floating around when we were back in the Czech Republic. This is yummy. The orange classic one, you can't go wrong with it. It's so good. I'm not sure how we can rate it because it's technically legally a cake, but I mean, look at it. It's mostly biscuit.
Yeah, so that's another topic for you to, fight over in the comment section.
Yeah, I think the court called it a cake because, like, there's some sort of law about how much tax you can put on cakes versus biscuits, and so the people who made the Jaffa cake made a giant one to show that it's basically a cake miniaturized. But come on, it's biscuit sized. It's basically just a little chocolate biscuit with some orange in the middle.
The world of tea donkey snacks doesn't have to be binary. No, we keep eating it.
Yeah.
85.
85.
I think because this is the only biscuit that gives you some acidity, and I think that's really kind of refreshing, especially like now that we've eaten so many. I think that it says something that we still really enjoy this. Okay, now, chocolate fingers. You know what really helps? That these are covered in the Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate.
That really helps. I was just thinking the chocolate was remarkably good on this.
And the biscuit is quite nice and vanilla-y as well. So, like, it's very sweet, but the flavors are there. So it's kind of like, in the past, like 30 biscuits ago, I said that some of the biscuits are just sweet and not flavorful. This is kind of both, so that works well. 75.
75.
I never had a Wagonwheel. Is it like a moon pie?
Sure, why not?
So, kind of like the Tanex tea cake, this has some marshmallow in the middle, I believe, and like 2 cookies sandwiching it.
That's really weird.
Why is the biscuit so like cardboardy? I didn't dislike it though.
I kind of do. It's like if you were eating something with marshmallow and caramel or something like that, and you just decided to eat the wrapping as well. Like it came in a cardboard box and you decided to chew on that at the same time.
Okay, 55.
35.
Now, so this was actually one of the original biscuits that McVitie's created, and it's the...
Before you open it, look in the back.
Oh,
it comes with a joke.
How did the penguin pass his driving test? He winged it. What I found really interesting is that apparently the penguin is actually the original model for Australian Tim Tams, and it just looks exactly the same, like a Tim Tam. I mean, honestly, this just feels like eating chocolate. It's intensely chocolatey.
The chocolate biscuit in the middle as well is really good as well.
Nice crunchy, like it's really nice crunchy. Yeah, nice crunch.
We've lost our words.
I know, I touched my lipstick and now it's probably all over the place. No, it's not. All good.
Yeah, no, great. These are fine. They've been a mainstay in my life for my whole life, so no complaints from this end.
I would just say that because they're so very sweet, I would probably enjoy having like a half.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like 65.
65.
And I feel like this is actually going to taste so similar to the penguin, for science.
So this is a really important little thing to bear in mind. Don't you dare. Exactly that. You break these off and you eat them one at a time. If you just chew into this like some sort of heathen, I'll come and find you. No, that's got a good wafer. A good, crispy, nice wafer.
I know, Kit Kat is very good. Okay.
Tonic's caramel, you got a lot to learn, and you got a lot to learn from Kit Kat.
Okay, so for me, that was probably about 75, because that's very solid.
Yeah, 75, I'll give that.
Another biscuit that I was not aware of until last night when one of your friends said this was his favorite, his childhood favorite, is the Gold Bar. And it's so cute and dinky. So small, so cute. And yellow.
And very yellow, holy cow.
Were you aware? And look, smell.
Okay.
It's kind of an artificial white chocolate, slightly caramelly smell.
Yeah, caramel, kind of caramac kind of smell.
And it's so sweet.
Yeah, it's that colour.
But the vanilla flavor is nice.
Yeah, really nice. 80.
Okay, 65. This is your favorite, honey. He actually already ate one before we started shooting this.
I regret nothing.
Oh, it's, when you open the whole packet of like the individually wrapped things, it smells so good. I mean, it's very Jaffa cakey smell.
This is the Biscuits Club orange flavour.
Oh yeah, we got the... Ooh, there's like a little bit of cream on top. I didn't know that.
This is my favourite by a long shot. This is like 120 for me. This is so good.
It's a very like Terry's chocolate orange flavor.
I could eat a multi-pack of those.
Well, we still have like 7 of them, so...
Not for long.
Okay, I think that for me it's like a 60.
100.
So we're finishing up with 2 types of Viennese biscuits. So this one kind of fell into this category because it's filled with not chocolate. The other one is technically just chocolatey and filled with cream, so it would probably be better in the first category, but I didn't want to separate the two friends. So let's try with the regular. I remember really liking these.
Yeah?
It's very light and it's very continental.
It tastes, the biscuit's a little bit like Czech Christmas cookie like.
Yeah.
It's fine, the chocolate doesn't really shine through that much, but the biscuit's really good.
It's a bit like American Milano.
Yeah, no.
Technically not
What?
chocolatey.
Wow,
But
that's such a weird artificial white colour on
I
that.
know, it's kind of like when they're trying to make things look coconutty. It's so white.
Very white.
The cream is just sweet.
I don't like that.
There's nothing else to it. Okay, so for me the Viennese would be a 70,
I'll give that a 65.
but this one is like 25.
Yeah, I'm going to say 25 as well. It's a bit crap.
Okay, and there you have it. This is all of them. Oh my god, it's like 33 types of biscuit that we ate for you.
For your benefit. It's definitely not for ours.
As you can see that we have a bit of a new setup here. We're kind of experimenting with a bit more of like a studio situation. And yeah, this was kind of our little test of that. And I really wanted to do a biscuit taste test for the longest time. So I thought, yeah, let's spend a lot of money on biscuits and then go into like a diabetic coma.
Yeah.
And throughout that process, learn how to set things up.
Yeah.
There's a tiny bit of echo in this room because it is a big studio, so we maybe need to figure that out for the future videos.
Yeah.
But hopefully this will come out looking nice. And I need to do some math now. And so I have done all the mathematics, and our big winner is Tannock's tea cake. Yay! It's just so much better. I know. Okay, so I understand. It just tastes and looks and feels so much more like a cake than a biscuit. But I love it so.
I think there might be some controversy regarding all of our top 3, to be honest, considering number 1, we have a tea cake, not quite a biscuit. Number 2, we got Jaffa cakes.
Yum, 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 yum.
And number 3, we've got a kind of tie, thankfully, with my beloved Orange Club biscuits and with the super sexy dark chocolate digestives.
Those were good, the Waitrose ones. Like if you ever want to try like an off-brand one, I can really recommend those. Those
they
were
were
so
great.
nice. And the embarrassing bottom of our list. Embarrassing bottom. I'm gonna call you that now.
Yeah.
So with horrible 10 points between the two of us, the tiny, horrible, sad iced gems.
Yeah, the two flusher of the biscuit world.
I would say that's more of a rabbit pellet of the biscuit world. Wow, that got poopy very fast. Followed with 15 points, the pink wafers, which are just totally useless. And why would you? And the third from the bottom are the party rings, which I still kind of like. I like how they look.
Look, they're nice to look at, but they're not nice to eat.
Honestly, if I ate it after the iced gems, I would probably give them even more points, just because, like, compared to iced gems, they are totally fine.
Yeah, that's fair. The ice gems were dreadful.
I mean, if as a kid you got that in your lunchbox, I feel genuinely sorry for you. So that was it. That was most of the biscuits that we were able to find in like 3 different stores. There's probably still some that we missed. One of our friends said that he really likes the caramel digestives, which I thought was a bit too kind of like special flavor for this taste test, but
Maybe next time.
the dread.
Yeah, exactly. Both of us go green at the thought of that.
No, actually we thought that sometime in the future we could do a taste test of hot sauces, because that can't go bad. That will give you a party ring. Oh no, I'm full of sugar and very warm, and let's finish this. Okay, friends, thank you so much for watching all the way up until the end. Clearly you are very invested and interested in the world of biscuit, and I salute you. If you like to follow our life and my illustrations, you can follow me on Instagram under either kakibot or kakiblog. It's a nice place to kind of reach out to me as well if you have any questions or you just want to chat. I'm always happy to. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know down in the comments below everything you think about UK biscuits. If you're from a totally different country and you think that they're all horrible, or if you're the queen and rich tea is the only one that you eat ever.
Don't be like that. Don't
be like the queen.
Don't be like the queen.
But you would get your face on the stamp though. Okay, thanks again, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.